We're live on YouTube. Hey guys, anybody home? Let a few of you join me to see what's going on. Going live on YouTube. Going live on YouTube. eBay, YouTube, StreamYard, all at the same time. Can you believe it? Gotta move my fan. Don't move. Don't move, guys. Who's with us? Who is with us? Join us. Join us. Anybody? Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Letting a few more people join us real quick here. I just wanted to show you this amazing auction on eBay. You might want to jump off and go bid on some of this stuff, but hold on. Thanks for joining. And let's see. Please feel free to comment so I know who's watching. And eBay. I just came upon this auction yesterday. I saw a seller that was selling about 20 rare jazz 10 inches. And they were listing them for like $6 or $7 each. And I thought, well, I'll check those out. And within a day, they're all getting tons of bids on them. And this stuff is selling for a lot of money. This is one of the most amazing collections I've ever seen sold on eBay. I'm not selling this stuff. You can jump on eBay and bid on it yourself, guys. Let a few more people join us. And if you're here, say hello so I can see who's out there. Check some of this stuff out. I'm going to switch over to my other screen so I can see what's going on. So this is a seller called CarolinaSoul. Know nothing about him or her, but they've got 1,100 LPs and 10 inches and so forth. 1,100 things on auction right now. Some of these ended today already. Look at this one right at the top. I just sorted this by time ending. So this stuff ended about 45 minutes ago. Lloyd Mcneill Quartet, he's a jazz flutist. That thing got 22 bids and was bid up to almost $400. And I'll scroll through some of this stuff. Let me know you're out there, guys. Let me know who's watching. I really want to get some of your guys' input on some of these records. Let me just flip through some of these. And you can also jump on. Hey, Tim from the UK, Tim Ricketts. I'm not sure if I know you, Tim. Thanks for joining us. I just pulled this up because this was such an amazing eBay auction. There's literally 1,100 things on here and dozens of things that I would love to bid on. I'm not sure I will because the bidding has already gone crazy on some of these. So let's flip through some of these real quick. So let's see. A whole slew of Lonnie Smith. And, he's done some stuff on Blue Note. This one just went for 26 bids, $26, 9 bids. Here's a great Jim Flora album cover, but I don't know who Lloyd Buckley is. Lord Buckley, who is that? I do not know. Check out this Lou Donaldson selection. Alligator Boogaloo just went for $45. Check out this stuff right here. Lou Donaldson, Side by Side. An original Rudy Van Gelder mono. 30 bids, $180. And then this one here only went for $31. This has got the Liberty black and blue label. Not nearly as desirable as an early one, but $30, 10 bids. That's still pretty amazing. Tim, are you a jazz fan? Are you interested in any of this stuff? Blue Note and classic jazz. A lot of this stuff is from the early 50s. Who else is joining us? Please log in. Check this out. You can see my face, or you can see what's going on eBay, or just eBay. I'm playing with my StreamYard software here. Let's go back to, so check this out. I already told you about the Lou Donaldson. Let me flip through some of this stuff quickly, guys, but there's some really amazing stuff later on in the auction. But a lot of this stuff has already ended already. Lou Donaldson again, more Lou Donaldson, more Lou Donaldson. Lou Donaldson, Natural Soul, 34 bucks, 9 bids. All this stuff is getting a lot of bids. So here's what originally attracted me to this auction is the 10 inches. There are probably 20 or 30 or more 10-inch albums on here. Not all Blue Note, a lot of Pacific Jazz, a lot of Prestige. This is something I've never seen before. Lou Donaldson, Clifford Brown on Blue Note, $45, 9 bids. It's only a 10-inch, and that just ended about 45 minutes ago. So what else do we have? Some blues, Mahavishnu, only going for $6. That's a pretty easy album to find. Here's one I've never seen before. Mal Waldron on Impulse. Very unusual design for Impulse. It doesn't have the orange. It's just black and white. Mal Waldron, I guess, is a piano player. I've got some of his stuff on CD. Rare stuff I've never seen before. That's what I love about this auction is there's so much rare stuff. Most of these records I have never seen. I don't know who Mary Lou Williams is. Max Roach, everybody knows, the great drummer. Who else is joining us on StreamYard? Anybody else? Just want to direct your attention to this amazing auction, guys, and let me know your comments, and let me know if you're interested in bidding on any of this stuff. And really, teach me, because some of these artists I don't know at all. And if you see an artist that jumps out at you, let me know, because some of these people I just don't know. Max Roach, everybody knows him. Milestone. This one's on Impulse. Only went for $14. That seems like a good deal. I don't know if that was a re-release. I have this one. I have the Max Roach plays Charlie Parker. I think I have that on CD. So these already ended. So look how cheap some of these things went for. Less desirable ones, $6, $11. Okay, here's a beauty. Another one of these 10 inches. Gene Norman on mono. Gene Norman was the producer behind Verve Records. Look at that great cover, Max Roach. 7 bids. Max Roach, Max Roach, Max Roach. This is cool. I would have taken that for $7 had I jumped on it quicker. That's really cool. McCoy Tyner, Blue Note, Blue Label. I've got this live at Newport, I think. I think I got that at a thrift shop for $2. Went for $58, McCoy Tyner. McCoy Tyner. Mel Brown, I don't know too well. Okay, I'm going to move to the next page, but let me check StreamYard and see who's watching. Okay. Tim Records is back. But yeah, some of these things are going for decent prices. Some of these things are going for $8, $10, $20. And not just Blue Note, but there's a bunch of other great classic labels. So Mike, Hydro Pneumatic Mike. He's not into jazz, but he likes jazzy stuff. If you guys don't mind, I can put your comments on screen once in a while if we want to discuss them. Well, this is just as much a lesson about what's going on eBay as it is about jazz. Check out the bidding on some of these things. I'm going to keep flipping through these. So that's Mike, Hydro Pneumatic. I don't know you, Mike. Are you a subscriber to my channel? Should I subscribe to your channel? And here's Tim, who loves Blue Note. Some of these prices aren't bad, but some of them are amazing because some of these are records I've bought for $2, $3, $5 and are now going for $40, $50, $60. So the best is yet to come on this auction. There's still lots of stuff still for sale. I had this sorted by. Okay, so this one ends in 48 minutes. Monk Higgins I've heard of, but I can't say I know him or her. Monty Alexander I know. On Verve, Sahib Shahib. This is an artist I just recently found out about and has a couple of famous records. I think he may have passed away at an early age, is why we don't know him that well. Mose Allison, I got tons of his stuff. The great singer, songwriter, jazz piano player. He just passed away a couple of years ago. See, that's a record I would bid on. I might already have it. That's the problem. It's going to be hard for me to check my Discogs collection at the same time as I bid on stuff. Nat Adderley, that's a really cool cover. What label is that on? So we can pull into some of these close up and see who's on some of these. So can you guys see that? Nat Adderley on trumpet, his brother Cannonball Adderley on sax, Horace Silver on piano, the great Roy Haynes on drums, Paul Chambers. That's an amazing, awesome lineup. And it's only going for $11 right now. So that's the type of record I should probably bid on. 53 minutes. It's going to shoot up after that. Anybody heard of that record? Alan Sinoski, who's commented on my channel once in a while. So Alan, let me put your comment on screen here. This is not my auction. This is eBay. So let's see. Can you do it on your smartphone? Well, do you have the eBay app on your smartphone? I hope so, because that's why I sit in front of the TV and spend tons of money by just hanging out on eBay. So let's see. Alan, the seller on this is called CarolinaSoul, but if you search any of these record names, you'll find you'll get led to her auction, his auction. I don't know, CarolinaSoul. So Alan, Alan, are you into music? Did you say that you were a musician, or somebody in your family was a musician? Because you and I were talking about somebody a long time ago. Was it a drummer, a trumpet player? I don't remember. Let me turn this off so I can make space on screen. And let's go back to the auction itself. So this Nat Adderley is amazing. It's only going for $11.50. More Nat Adderley. So this seller, let me get to the top of the screen so you can see the seller. Hopefully you can see this where it says CarolinaSoul. That's the name of the seller. You should be able to search eBay to come up with that seller. And you'll see they have 1,100 things for sale. So what I've done on the computer here is I'm showing everything for sale by seller named CarolinaSoul, and I've sorted it by time ending. So this one's ending in 45 minutes, and so on. And this is sort of, I wouldn't say alphabetical, but they have them grouped by artists. So here's a chunk of Nat Adderley stuff. Nat Adderley, trumpet player, brother of Julian Cannonball Adderley. So here's a cool one, $12. I can't stop at each of these because there's so freaking many. Nat Adderley, Nathan Page. I guess they're going by alphabetical first name. The great Nina Simone singer. She's got some wonderful stuff. I really want her live at the Village Vanguard. But what's this one? Town Hall, right down the street from the Village Vanguard in New York. Maybe not down the street, but in Manhattan. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Absolutely beautiful English folk ballad. But Nina Simone, $7. Okay, should I bid on this, guys? I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna bid $10. Am I even logged in? What's happening here? Enter a valid amount for your bid. Not high enough? I already bid $10, I thought. What's going on here? All right, whatever. I don't know what's going on there. I have like no Nina Simone, and I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of hers, but she's a significant artist that I really don't have much on in my collection, so that's why I wouldn't mind getting a couple of nice things from her. Look how much Nina Simone. Gifted and black, here comes the sun, high priestess of soul. I put a spell on you on Phillips, already up to $34. Look at the differentiation in pricing here. 9 bids up to 34. Some of these other ones are only going for $7 or $8. Lots of Nina Simone here. I really would like something in a small club with her. $33. Geez, a lot of Nina Simone. Let me go back to StreamYard and see who's talking there. Alan says, okay, Mike has a few synthesizers. Okay, so do I. I've got a Korg over there. I've got mini Korgs. I've got handmade synthesizers. I don't play synthesizer. I just goof around. Let's see. Alan. Let me just get to some of the comments here, guys. Alan has eBay on the phone. Good. That's how you need to do it. And Mike is talking about Zappa. Love Zappa. Got a lot of Zappa in this family. And there's a lot of Zappa stuff that is certainly jazz inflected and instrumental, and he's got a lot of great jazz musicians who played with him. But let's go back to the auction before we miss something great. Here's a record I would love to have: Oliver Nelson, Blues in the Abstract Truth. I've got a reissue on this. It's not very good, but look at the all-star lineup on here: Paul Chambers, Eric Dolphy on flute, I guess, Bill Evans on piano, Roy Haynes on drums, Freddie Hubbard, etc. Stolen Moments is a classic jazz song that everybody probably knows and loves. I don't know how original this is. I've got a reissue that I don't like that much. More Oliver Nelson. So this whole thing is alphabetical, guys, by first name. Orlando Marin, I don't know who that is. Ornette Coleman, I hope everybody knows and loves that record. Certainly have this record. I have Golden Circle, Stockholm, Blue Note. I've got an old Blue Note copy on this. This one's already going for $32. And then we're into Oscar Brown. Oscar Brown is a bass player on Verve. Oscar Peterson, great piano player. Wow, this one's already gone for $33. Oscar Peterson and Nelson Riddle. Okay, Oscar Pettiford, serious bass player. A lot of Oscars. Patrice Rushen, Paul Chambers. Okay, this one's going to probably go for some money. Paul Chambers. This one here. Paul Chambers, the bass player, only did a few solo albums as a leader, much more well-known as a sideman for just about every classic jazz group you can think of in the 50s, 60s. Certainly a lot with Miles Davis. So check this out. Let me jump on StreamYard and see who's talking. Snarky Puppy. Yes, we have Snarky Puppy. Snarky Puppy's a great group of young people, kind of college age, and they get together and record some very funky grooves in a live setting. And yeah, check out Snarky Puppy. Let me put that on screen. Mike is talking about Snarky Puppy. Yeah, we have some of their records. My son is of that age. College student, plays saxophone and bass. So great to see young people getting into the jazz and funk. This auction's not going to have any Snarky Puppy, most likely. Let's go back to, who's J Neb? J Neb. I don't know you, J Neb. Are you a subscriber? Should I subscribe to you? Do you collect jazz? This is a jazz auction being held by CarolinaSoul on eBay right now. And I'm going to go back to the auction. So, J Neb, you're on screen. Thank you for joining us. And let's go back to the auction real quick, guys, because there's something interesting here. Here's a good example of an original and a reissue side by side. A reissue is going for $40. To me, $40 is a lot to spend on a jazz record. And I've bought a few records in the $40 to $50 range, but I usually like to spend a lot less. But the exact same record, Whims of Chambers, original Blue Note RGV ear, it's already bid up to $230, 40 bids, and it's got an hour left, so that's going to go a lot higher. And then the reissue, and you guys can tell, the original Blue Note label with the blue and white square versus the black and white, not black and white, what color is that? Black and blue label is what Blue Note used for at least a portion of, I would say, the 70s, maybe the 80s, after they get bought by Liberty Records. So those records are not nearly as desirable, but $40, it's still desirable. And you can also tell RGV stands for Rudy Van Gelder. You probably know that. That's the great engineer who mixed a lot of these records. So who do we have on J Neb and other people? I can do this, and I can do this. And if you really want to see me, I don't know why you want to see me, other than to show off my records. You know, records. Too many records. Let's go back to the auction, guys. I want to try to scroll through this. Eric is at work. Eric, my man, stopping by to say hello. Eric is the greatest chef on the East Coast that I know of. Eric, thanks for joining us. Eric, we're watching an amazing auction on eBay by a seller named CarolinaSoul who's got 1,100 things for auction right now. And we're just running through these. Eric is a great lover of jazz and fine song, women, and wine. Aren't you, Eric? Loves the good things in life. Let's go back to the auction. And I'm going to scroll through these. So now we're into Paul Desmond. So this whole thing's going alphabetical. So we just started the P's. Paul Desmond, the great West Coast jazz, cool jazz player known for playing with Dave Brubeck. Here's a record I never heard of. It's already going for $50. Paul Desmond on Fantasy, the Fantasy Jazz label in San Francisco. A lot of their stuff came out on red vinyl, which is kind of cool. Paul Desmond tunes I don't really know, but Fantasy label, also known for Vince Guaraldi's label and Cal Jader's label. Oh, what happened here? Got to get back down to Paul Desmond. Where are we? Here we go. Paul Desmond. Okay, we're going to hit the next page. 4 pages. Ronnie Foster, I don't know. Roscoe, I don't know. Ruse, that's Charlie Ruse. Charlie Ruse, great sax player. Here's one that's not going for too much money. I don't know the record. 1956. Obscure label I never even heard of. The Dawn label. Let's see. What else can we learn about this record real quick? Yeah. I don't know. Move on. Roy Eldridge. Okay, guys, here's one of the classic ones because this is a 10-inch, which means it's probably from the early 50s. 10 inches were popular, let's say 1950, 52, 53, before everybody started moving over to 12-inch. Roy Eldridge is a great trumpet player. It's only going for $6. And on the Mercury label. And you can see the trumpet player there was used by Norman Granz on a number of his labels. And this looks like it's a famous cover by my man. Can you see the writing down there? David Stone Martin, DSM. Is that David Stone Martin? Yeah. You can recognize the artwork here. David Stone Martin did a lot of stuff on Verve. And, well, Norman Granz also started Verve. So it's only going for $6. What kind of condition is it in? We don't know. Check these out at the bottom. All these 10 inches. This is what attracted me to this auction. All these 10-inch records, super rare, super valuable, super collectible. The starting bid on these is only $6. Okay, Stan Getz. I don't even know what that is. Birth of the Bop. Shelly Man and His Men. All starting at $6, and some of them are going to go a lot higher. Okay, back to the auction. Let me jump into the live and see who's here, who's talking. Eric Weinbender's probably going to take off, so thanks for joining, Eric. You're probably gone already. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is an amazing jazz auction going on eBay right now. The first 40 or 50 records have already been sold, and it's a seller that I just learned about called CarolinaSoul, and tons of amazing jazz. Just hanging out and comment with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard of these records, and jump right in. Roy Haynes, the great drummer who is still alive at age 95. A couple of things by Roy Haynes. Look how much these are going for. Already bid up to $60. 2 hours left. Russ Freeman, I'm not that familiar with, but Chet Baker, one of the greats of all time. His stuff tends to be very rare because hasn't been reissued that thoroughly. A lot of his stuff is on the Pacific Jazz label or the World Pacific Jazz label. And Chet Baker, his stuff always goes for a premium price. Rusty Bryant, I'm not familiar with. Shahib Sabib, I already mentioned earlier. See, this would be a good record for me to bid on. It's a 2-record set on Savoy. Who plays on here? Let's take a look. Can't read this. Cannot read. Here we go. Hank Jones, Phil Woods, sax player, I think just passed away. Oscar Pettiford, we just mentioned. Bill Evans on piano. Hackensack, New Jersey. Not familiar with this, guys, but I'm going to bid. Why not? I'm going to bid $10. It's it's an impulse buy, guys. Not the label impulse, but it's the only way you're going to buy stuff with this. You spend too much time doing research, you're never going to end up with anything. I look for bargains. Sam Rivers, the great flutist and sax player who I saw live with Dizzy Gillespie in the 80s. This is one of those compilations I'm not that crazy about, but that's why they go for low prices. Let's see, who else? Sergio Mendez. Yeah, his stuff is, you can find that anywhere in the thrift store. Shirley Man and his Men. Shirley Man, the great drummer. I got a few of these records. This is live at the Black Hawk, and then this one's live at the Manhole. Shirley Man had his own jazz club in Los Angeles called Shelley's Manhole, and I have a few of those records already. He's got some good players with him. Shirley Scott is a great jazz organist. There's a few females that we see in this type of deal. And who else do we have here? We have Michael Dawson. Thank you, Michael. Hope you don't mind if I put your comment live on the air. Michael Dawson is familiar with CarolinaSoul. Very hard to win. Right now, he's not even beating the previous bids. Michael Dawson, thank you for joining us. Michael Dawson is got his own YouTube channel, which I follow, and you guys might want to go follow him. And I think he does talk about jazz frequently, maybe other genres. But maybe I wasn't familiar with the seller, and I don't always track sellers that carefully, but I noticed this amazing auction this morning or yesterday with 20 plus 10-inch rare jazz records from the early 50s, all starting at like $6. And then I started following the auction this morning and see she, I guess it's a he, has 1,100 records, and we're in the midst of the auction, so they're going fast as we speak. So these are alphabetical, and I'm up to Shirley Scott, the great jazz organist. Shirley Scott was married briefly to Stanley Turrentine, by the way, and they did a few records together. Now we're up to Sidney Bechet. Is it Bechet or Beckett? I think it's Bechet. So here's another 10-inch, a Blue Note 10-inch. It's only going for $9. Early mono. It's got the ear stamp on the dead wax, and it's only going for $8. Okay, guys, here's an artist I'm not familiar with. Another sax player named Sonny. What is it with the name Sonny? Where every sax player, Sonny Stitt, Sonny Rollins, Sonny Red. Who is Sonny Red? I don't even know who that is, but it's already up to $52. Let's peek in on that real quick on the Jazzland label. Sonny Red. Wow, check out that lineup. Yusef Lateef and Blue Mitchell. What tunes are on there? Not familiar with the tunes, but that's a nice one to win if you want to spend that kind of money. All right, now we're into Sonny Rollins, and a lot of great stuff here, guys. Let's see. This one's already up to $42. Sonny Rollins on Impulse. You all know Sonny Rollins is turning 90 pretty soon, in about a month. September 7th, Sonny Rollins turns 90, so I hope to do a handful of videos honoring Sonny Rollins. I've certainly got a nice copy of Saxophone Colossus, but mine is one of these remasters that I got for $25. This one is, let's put this on the watch list just because we want to see how high it goes. It's already pushing $300, and it's still got 2 hours left. Sonny Rollins, The Bridge. I've got a copy of that. Not an original. I have very few originals in my collections, guys. Sonny, The Sound of Sonny on Riverside, already up to 114. Sonny Rollins, not to be confused with Joe Jackson, 44 bids, already up to 102. I just think this is exciting to watch these bids, and the bad news is some wealthy guys are going to outbid all of us. But it's amazing to see the interest in this old jazz. They're not making them like this anymore, guys. That's why they're getting more and more valuable. Here's one of those 10 inches, Kenny Dorham. with Sonny on Prestige on mono or mono. And oops. Swingin' for Bumsy. That's a great name. Sonny Rollins, Kenny Dorham, Elmo Hope, Percy Heath. Can't read that too well. But amazing stuff. It's just a 10-inch record with 3 or 4 songs, and it started going for $80. Now we're into Sunny Stitt. I told you we got the 3 Sunnies in there. Okay, guys, this one is kind of a bizarre cover. I'm going to show you this one. Let me just see who's on. Let me see who's joining us. Okay, check out this cover. Sunny Stitt. I don't think you can get away with this cover today, guys. Saxophone Supremacy. And are these is that the Iron Cross used by the Nazis? Is this a white woman snuggling up to a Nazi talking about saxophone supremacy? Is that a hilarious cover in its day? Maybe wouldn't go over too well today, but what do you think, guys? Am I missing something? Saxophone Supremacy by Sunny Stitt on Verve. I cover the Waterfront, Just Friends, a lot of great classic tunes on there. What else has it got? Who's on here? All of Me. Just some nice tunes. Sunny Stitt, usually doing standards. I don't know if he wrote many tunes, but that's a hilarious cover. What do you guys think? Who else we got? Sunny Stitt. Sunny Stitt recorded a ton of LPs, so how many are we going to get through here? Maybe I should bid on that one if I like it so much. Yeah, it's already $20. Let's see. Okay, moving on to the next page. Oh, getting a sore neck here. Stanley Turrentine, Rough and Tumble on Blue Note. Already up to $123. Who's on here? Look at the players on this thing, you guys. Blue Mitchell on trumpet, Pepper Adams on sax, Grant Green on guitar, McCoy Tyner, etc. This is a nice one. What tunes are on here? Don't know the tunes that well, but nice one. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. We're just sitting around watching somebody else's auction on YouTube. Timestamp. Hopefully you don't mind if I show you on screen here. Timestamp. Bob Jukic's auction. I will check that out. Thank you, Timestamp. I'm not sure if I am familiar with you. Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you subscribe to me? Would you like to? Let's go back to the auction and see what's going on. I'm at work, guys. I'm taking my lunch break with you guys, reading through eBay auctions that we cannot buy, cannot afford. That's kind of how I shop. I like to window shop for things I can never afford. Stanley Turrentine. Steve Kuhn. Is he a guitar player? $129 on a Steve Kuhn album? That's amazing. It's rare on the Buddha label, which is very rare. And who can tell me the other artists on Buddha? I kind of forgot. There's a few of them out there. Steve Kuhn. Okay, Steve Swallow. Steve Swallow's getting a lot of attention lately. He just did an album with John Scofield. Let me rephrase that. John Scofield, guitar player, just did an album of Steve Swallow tunes called Swallowtails. Do I have that right? On the ECM label. That just came out in the last 2 months. So Steve Swallow, amazing contemporary jazz bass player, and only going for $8. Sun Ra, expect his stuff to go for a high price, $90, $33, $80. Check this out, $600 already. So let's see what's up with Sun Ra. Sun Ra and the Astro Infinity Orchestra. His stuff is rare. Was not sold in large quantities, very small quantities actually. And what tunes are on here? These tunes don't seem all that bizarre compared to most Sun Ra stuff, but definitely a weird dude. And I don't really know any of his sidemen. Early Autumn, love that tune. I know that tune. Porgy, Body and Soul. So he's just doing some standards there. Sun Ra, it's already up to $600. Let's watch that because I'd like to see what it ultimately goes for. And it's got 3 hours left, and it's already up to $600. Guys, I'm getting tired here. Tal Farlow, the underrated guitar player. I have this one. I have this exact record here, 59. I probably got it for $7 or $8. And another David Stone Martin cover with the beautiful line art. This cover here looks like is that David Stone Martin, or is that also looks a little bit like the early Andy Warhol stuff? Let's see if I can read the. Trying to read the cover art. Whatever. Tal Farlow, not really that well known. And we're just running through this auction, guys. Compelling content, isn't it? Me watching eBay, watching a guy scroll through eBay. What could be more exciting? I had hundreds of people watching me clean records with the Spin Clean last week, so what can I tell you? Thad Jones. Okay, here's a significant record I want to show you guys. The Quintet at Massey Hall. Who is the Quintet? Let's find out who the Quintet is. What do you think of this lineup? Charlie Chan, Dizzy Gillespie, Bud Powell, Max Roach, Charles Mingus. Is that the greatest quintet lineup ever in history? Charlie Chan is, of course, really Charlie Parker. He was under contract, so he couldn't perform as Charlie Parker except on his contracted label. So they threw him on this as Charlie Chan, but everybody saw through that, I'm sure. Live at Massey Hall. What is that, 1951 or something? Night in Tunisia, Hot House. Amazing. Amazing treasure here. Somebody's going to end up with that for how long? How much, I mean? Do not know. Two of those, and those are 10 inches only. This one's going for 79, and this one's only going for 30. Monk. Original Monk on Blue Note. Monk. Wow, look at this one's rare. I've never seen this one before. Duke Ellington. Monk playing the tunes of Duke Ellington, $300. All right, guys. I'm running out of steam here. Anybody new joining us? Who's on? Who's joining us? Let me know if you're joining us. Let me know if you have a channel. And who's going to spend some money on these? I bid on a few things. I will undoubtedly be outbid by others. But if I could pick something up for 10 or 15 bucks, I'd be happy. Monk with Sonny Rollins. Look at that. How rare is that? Who's LP? Sonny Rollins. Trying to read this. My eyes aren't so good. Percy Heath. Prestige. Who's LP in here? Lester Young. LP. I don't know. Third Squirrel. What the heck is that? What is Third Squirrel? I should probably buy it because it's bizarre. Three Sounds. Check this one out. This is a good one that might not go for too much. Oliver Nelson Orchestra. I'm less excited about jazz when it's orchestrated with a big orchestra, so probably won't go for as much. Here's the Three Sounds. That'll go for higher. Tina Brooks. Okay, why is this going for much? So much, $130, because it's on Mosaic. Mosaic, high quality re-release of Blue Note stuff. 4-disc set, $130. That'll go for higher. I got 16 CDs on Mosaic earlier this year, guys, at the Goodwill. I did a video on those. I think I got 16 CDs for $10. I got Grant Green. I got Hank Mobley. Who else did I get? I don't even remember. Mosaic, fabulous re-release label. Tom Scott, the LA sax player. We're going to sign out pretty soon, guys. We're getting near the end of the alphabet. Oh, Tony Williams, this stuff. I would love this. I'm going to bid on this. I'm going to be outbid, but why not? Why not bid $11? Didn't even look to see the quality or anything. Yeah, I'm impulsive, guys. You gotta move fast on these auctions. The only hope for winning an auction is there's so many records. I don't know this person, this Japanese name. Let me check in. Any more comments, you guys? What's happening? Who else is with us? Michael Dawson, etc. Thanks for watching a guy scroll through eBay, guys. Can you believe somebody's wasting your time in the afternoon doing that? I'm going to check my work email while we're at it. What do you think? What if I did some actual work today? Making money. University of Kentucky. Okay, I have this record, guys. This is an interesting record. Tunes of Amacordino Rota from films of Fellini. I got this record in a collection I bought. I bought a collection of about 600 records, and this was in there. And look who plays on here: Bill Frisell, Steve Lacy, Carla Bley. Was this Hal Wilner? Is this one of those Hal Wilner collections? I thought it was, but I don't see his name on here. I have that original on LP. Boogie Woogie Blues. Jazz at the Pawn Shop, one of the best sounding audiophile records of all time. But I'm going to say the music is probably okay. It's not star quality, excellent jazz, but it was recorded in Europe, and jazz audiophiles love the sound, the ambience of this. What else? Are we getting near the end of the alphabet here, guys? Because these are a lot of various artists' things that tend to not be all that valuable. But who knows? Birth of Bop on Savoy. Look how cool that is. 10-inch record. Fats Navarro on trumpet. Kay Winding. Don Bias. Dexter Gordon's on here, guys. That'll go for a few bucks. Okay, guys, we're gonna sign out here pretty soon. Now that we're at the end of the alphabet, we're live streaming. Family, hello. Mardell Gray and Dexter Gordon, another rarity. Uh-oh, here we go, guys. Wayne Shorter. Look at this one's already up to 90 bucks. One of the most famous and greatest albums on Blue Note. And then look down here. You guys know this record? Waning Moments on the VJ label. VJ also had the Beatles at that time. They had the exclusive rights to distribute a lot of Beatles stuff in the early 60s. I have this record. I have this exact copy. Probably paid $8 or $10 for it. Wes Montgomery. Check this out. Who else is with us? Anybody joining us? Guys, if you're just joining us, this is a live auction on eBay right now under CarolinaSoul, the seller, and they have 1,100 rare jazz records for auction right now, and a lot of them are going for a lot of money. And look at this rare record with Coltrane on it. Never saw or heard of this record. It's already up to 56 bucks. Okay, guys. Now we're into 45, so I think it's time to change directions. Let's sort this by highest price just for laughs. Sun Ra, 600 bucks. I already showed you. Elvis, 366. Monk, I showed you, 330. Sonny Rollins, Paul Chambers. Half dozen records going for $200 or $300 or more. But cheapest records. Miroslav Vitu, the great bass player from Weather Report, only $6. Mose Allison, Love him. 19 minutes left. I could get this one. What do you think? Okay, guys. Time to end this pretty soon. You guys have any parting comments? Thanks for joining me on a live stream. 45 minutes of looking at an eBay auction. CarolinaSoul timestamp is back with us. VJ, long-term rights to the Beatles, but they didn't pay the royalties that were due. I did not know that. Thanks for the info. Did not know that. Interesting. I have one or two VJ Beatles, and good to know. And that's a problem when labels don't pay the royalties they're owed. And we have this trend right now of these European labels that are this stuff is out of copyright from the mid 50s in Europe, and you don't owe any royalties. So we have European labels that are now recycling, reissuing classic American jazz directly from a compact disc, not from the original masters, and they're not paying royalties to anybody. So to me, that's a way to rip off musicians, and not cool, you greedy record store people. And what is Michael Dawson signing out? Guys, I think it's time to sign out, so thanks for watching. Keep your eye on this eBay auction if you got nothing better to do on a Monday afternoon. And I appreciate you guys joining me. I think it is time to sign out. So talk to you soon.